Yeah, he's still alive. But. Alright, I'm going to talk about that. Give you a little bit of extra information so we have some hope. I'm going to talk about why gasoline got super expensive. Like, why aren't we talking about this? And given that it's the Sunday of a long weekend and you probably can't buy alcohol tomorrow, I'm going to give you some options for today to help you with your boycott. All right, let's start with gasoline. Why is gasoline so expensive? Well, Thursday night it did that. Why did it do that? Fires rock Russian oil plants in Krasnodar and Samara, and a few others. See the date? Ukraine strikes Russian refineries as Moscow launches massive drone assault. And here's why prices go up. The Krasnodar refinery produces around 3 million tons of gasoline, diesel, and aviation fuel annually. The plant at Syzran, I guess that's how you say it, can process up to 8.5 million tons each year. Many Russian regions have already been suffering from gasoline shortages as Ukrainian drones target oil infrastructure. Russia on August 27th suspended all exports of gasoline until September 30th in an effort to ease the crisis. And boom. Thankfully, it's the end of August. This is going to affect September inflation, so we won't see this in the data until October. All right, no, he's not. But he must be close because they're lying about it. J.D. Vance says that Trump is in incredibly good health, even though he was diagnosed with chronic venous insufficiency, which means you are not in good health. Definitely not in incredibly good health. Do you know where this kind of thing happens? Dictatorships. They lied about Fidel Castro for a long time until he literally could not stand up to be the leader of Cuba anymore. So they replaced him with his brother. And then 8 years later, he died. So this might take a while, but it is happening. And remember, Trump 2028. It doesn't say Donald Trump 2028. Oh, absolutely, for sure. Either Don Jr. or Eric. Unfortunately, Ivanka, who's likely the most qualified, she's a woman, and they would never let that happen. All these kids are young enough to keep them in power for a long time. They'll probably go from oldest to youngest. Don't dismiss it. That's how these dictatorships work. All right, we're boycotting a whole bunch of alcohol. Thankfully, we live in Canada, and we make a whole bunch of alcohol. The entire world makes a whole bunch of alcohol. There are so many options out there. The other day, Diageo, who owns Crown Royal, they said they're moving their bottling facility from Ontario to the United States. Bunch of traitors. And they represent all these brands, and people are like, what am I supposed to do if I can't buy Guinness or I can't buy Smirnoff? There's a lot of alcohol out there. Tag Vodka from Ontario. And when it comes to vodka, I like Polish vodka because I want it to taste like potatoes. Yeah, the vodka doesn't have any flavor. What's the point? Oh my God, what about Bailey's? What about Bailey's? There you go. 5 Farms, Irish cream. Farm to table Irish cream. This stuff is delicious. What about Captain Morgan? What about Captain Morgan? Well, you should be buying Screech out of Newfoundland. But if not, you can show your disdain for the United States by buying Diplomático. It's Venezuelan rum. And I'm not going to lie, we have a hard time keeping this one in the house because it is so good. The Montuano. Oh my God. And beer, like, switch over to Innocent Gun. Innocent Gun makes the most wonderful beer. They're out of Scotland, and they got this one, this Canadian Cherrywood. This one, big favorite over here. And while I was prepping for this video, I find they have a tequila cask blonde. I must have some. But check with your local craft brewery. Like, a lot of them have some type of stout. There is no reason to buy any of this stuff. There is a better option for literally all of that.